Hello, I'm Katie.
I'm Shauna.
Welcome to the third episode of Laois Corlin Oaks, If It Wasn't For.
You're listening to a special 4-part podcast by Laois Corlin and Oak, supported by Youth Work Ireland Laois, Laois County Council and the Department of Children, Equality, Disability, Integration and Youth.
In this episode, we talk to some lovely people, Paul and Tamara.
Paul and Tamara are both with Inclusion Ireland.
Tamara has travelled around Ireland and Europe just advocating on behalf of people with intellectual disabilities.
Paul and Tamara came all the way down here to Laois to talk to us and be interviewed by one of our own members, Sarah, who did a very good job on her very first interview.
And we heard some really inspiring stories and learned some really startling things, which was really interesting.
Paul has been institutionalised for 32 years of his life, but now he is living by himself and doing better than ever.
Let's have a listen.
So, hello, my name is Sarah and I have two lovely guests here with me today. What would be the message that you guys want people to understand when it comes to disability discrimination?
Mainly I want people to stop discriminating people and instead of the disability see their abilities and what we can achieve in life.
Yeah, I would like the people to not discriminate them and then do what they want in life and then to move out to the community and live a good life.
Tamara, you do a lot of work with the EU and Inclusion Europe.
Yeah.
Would you say that's the biggest achievement of your career so far?
Yeah, it is because I do a lot of speeches and I speak my story so that people will know a lot about me but not too much about me. And I really enjoy it because it's my passion to do it. That's what I want to do. And to help people, to help them see a light in the end of a tunnel. And
Paul, could you just tell us a little bit about your story?
I was in an institution for 32 and a half years and then it ended up from 6 months up to 32 and a half years and working in workshops for pittance. And then I didn't call them workshops, I called them sweatshops. And then after that, we used to get 10 pence in old money, for working in the workshops from 9 to 5, but I never stayed there. And then I didn't like the way we were treated and being underpaid and then didn't get the right holidays. So I got on to the social worker in Blackrock and then she said she would get back to me. But she got back to me after a few months and told me it'll be only 6 months in this institution. And then it ended up 32 and a half years before I moved out.
And Tamara, could you tell us a bit about your own story of being a self-advocate?
To let people know that to stop judging people and treat them as equal as everyone else should be equal, not being judged all the time.
And how do you feel your disability affects your kind of day-to-day life?
I can get upstairs but I can't get down the stairs because, my legs, with my leg problems and.
And Tamara, could you just tell me a little bit about your childhood and growing up?
I had lots of fights in school to be able to be going to mainstream school, and after school I wasn't able to go to college. I had to go to care, into care because I wasn't able to go to college. I fought a lot to go to college, and then after college I started with Inclusion Ireland.
So what was your first instance of facing discrimination?
Probably people telling me that I wasn't good enough or that I'm not a good person, and they just weren't nice people,
And how did that make you feel?
Really depressed. I had depression when I left school because I didn't know where I was going in life I thought my life was going to be over, but thank God it's not over, you know. Because I have a good life and I have good people around me, like my mum is my rock. My mum helped me through so many things in life, and I have Inclusion Ireland.
Paul, what was your first instance of facing discrimination?
I used to be on the anti-bullying group in Trinity College. I learned how to speak out and then to ignore people when they make a laugh and jeer of you sometimes. That's why it gets me down, and then I get de-stressed. And then that time, after that, I just said that I would write the book. It took me 2 years to write the book, and then I got a man that used to work in Trinity College in the anti-bullying group to help me to write the book. And then I didn't realise that there was 15 in my family, and then I didn't know half of them until we looked up files.
And do you feel like Inclusion Ireland helped change your life?
It did. It changed my life an awful lot. How to speak out. That's why the organisation got me going to meetings.
Tamara, how do you tell your story?
The story I tell is about what I did after school and why I wanted to go to college, that I wanted to be like everyone else going to college after school, but I didn't get a chance till the later time because I had to go into a day centre that I didn't want to be in. I really didn't want to be in. That was my only option. I didn't have any other option.
And Tamara, do you feel like you're a different person now from what you were when you were younger?
Yeah, I think I'm a stronger person now than I ever been, because I faced a lot of barriers and I've gotten through them, and it's really good to get through these barriers with a lot of support from your family and your friends. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
And what would your advice be on overcoming discrimination?
Tell the person to stop and stand up for yourself and speak up for yourself, and you will feel better about yourself.
The thing it is to tell people to stop the discrimination, and then do that to them, and then tell them, no more of that. Yes, it's not tolerated.
How do you build up the confidence to tell people to stop doing that?
Just tell them, please, can you stop discriminating people? It's not nice, it's unfair, because we're human beings at the end of the day. We have lives as well, and we want people to be nice to us and treat us like everybody else. It needs to stop. Please let people make their own decisions, because if you're making decisions for them, how are they going to feel? They're going to feel I can't make my own decisions, that people are making decisions. I don't agree with that. I think people should let you make your decision and what you want to do in life and how you want to live your life. That I want people to trust me as well, and I want to be able to trust people as well, because if you're working with someone, you just want to have a good working ship with them and a good friendship with them.
And Paul, do you have any final words that you'd like to say?
I would like more people to have jobs, and then to be in the community doing activities, because I do activities myself. I go to bingo, I go to the Irish music, and I go to the arts club for disabled people, for games for the Special Olympics, and do park runs, and then to get to know their neighbours. And then the more people that are out there, the better. And then I would like them to live a good life like what I'm doing, and then I would like the more people to get their voices heard.
Thank you for listening to Laois Corlin Óg's new podcast, If It Wasn't For. So Shauna, what's the word today?
Today's word is monachopsis. It's the subtle feeling of being out of place. I think it's kind of just something we all feel from time to time, where we don't really feel like we fit in, but we don't know why.
So kind of a bit of FOMO?
Katie, it's like that episode where we talked about have we found our clan, or the people that if it wasn't for. In the next episode, we'll be talking to a carer who takes care of her son.
And Karen, who works for Laois Integration Network.
We learned how difficult it is to be in that world and to work in that world, but how lovely it is to be a carer and a mother.
And thank you for listening.